It's time!
Time to duel! Yugi boy!
What's up mga Yugi boys? Welcome back to our channel. Another video for our Hero Deck series. So in this series, we will showcase different variations of our hero archetype. So for this deck profile, I will show to you my Cosmo Neos hero deck. I call it Neos Calamity. So it's a turn skip deck as we know, just like in BFD days. Now, we have a version of Calamity, which is our Cosmo Neos. So we will run to our deck profile. So first, we will have our main deck, our extra deck, and our side deck. So if you're ready, let's do this! So for our first set of monsters, for our elemental heroes, we are running two Spirit of Neos. This is a very powerful card in this deck. So it has an effect when your opponent declares a battle, you can special summon it from your hand and it cannot be destroyed by battle. When it's special summon, you can add one spell or trap card that mentions elemental hero on its name, on its card text, and then or you can add a polymerization on your head. So this is our main engine to add our Neos spell cards in our deck. So we are running two Spirit of Neos. Next, we are running two Elemental Hero Vanilla Neos. So this is our OG Neos. This is the original art and alt art of Elemental Hero Neos. So running two is very essential since we are maximizing the usage of Neos in this deck. So running one is inefficient. So running two is the best number. In this deck, this is very useful because we can maximize setting up our Cosmo Neos in our combo tutorial later. Alright. So for our other elemental heroes, we are running one elemental hero Stratos, one Prisma. So Prisma is very good in this deck. So we can dump any monster from our deck to copy its name. So technically, we are using this to dump Neos or other Neospatial to copy its name for our Neospatial plays. Next, we are running one Liquid Soldier. So very good on this deck for draw power. We are running one Blazeman. So running Blazeman is very good in this deck to add our polymerization and also a material for our fusion mechanics. And lastly, we are running one Shadow Mist. So that's our elemental hero lineup for this deck. Next, for our little Neospatial monster, we are running one Dark Panther, one Ground Mole, and one Aqua Dolphin. So we're just running three of this Neospatial. Air Hummingbird is not quite essential because it's a although it's a time card, so you can put it on the side deck, but three of these Neospatial monster are enough for this deck. So next we are running three Crosskeeper. So why Crosskeeper? Because it has an effect when you discard it, you can special summon one hero monster from your hand. So technically you can special summon Spirit Neos from this or other hero monster from your graveyard but negates the effect. In addition, when a fusion monster is summoned, you can banish this card in your graveyard to draw two cards and put one to the bottom of your deck. So this is additional draw power for our deck. So 3 Crosskeeper. Also, we are running one Armed Dragon level 10. So meaning we are running the Armed Neos Fusion monster. So any Armed Dragon monster you can use to this deck, but I prefer this Art of Armed Dragon level 10. So we are running one on our deck. So for our hand traps, we are just running a little package of 2 Ash Blossom and 2 Maxi. So if you will ask me why only run 2 hand traps, technically when I'm using this deck, I really go for all gas deck because meaning no hand traps because I prefer to open a lot of extenders to push to my Cosmo Neos combo. So I think this number of hand traps is already enough. Or you can run no hand traps at all if you want. So 2 Maxi and 2 Ash Blossom for OCG format is enough for me. Alright? So for our spell cards, we are running 3 EN Engage Neos. So this is a very powerful opening spell card to our deck. So I prefer to open this every time because it has an effect that if you activate this as a cost, you can send a elemental hero from your hand or Neospatian, either of each from your hand and deck to the graveyard. So it's a cost. So technically you can dump, and then after that you can special summon one 5-star or higher elemental hero from your deck. So technically we are special summoning Spirit of Neos from this or other Neospatian monster from our deck. Or you can choose to special summon Vanilla Neos and it gains 1000 attack points when it's special summoned. It's a very powerful card when you open this because it gains a lot of advantage and additional cards to your hand. So we are running 3 EN Engage. Next, a standard for hero deck, we are running 3 hero leaves. So if you're not running this in a hero deck, you're missing a lot. So this is for our hero plays, very standard. Also, we are running 3 emergency call to add our elemental heroes from our deck to our hand. So as you can notice, we are running a lot of 3-offs in this deck, so we can maximize all of our gas in our deck. Next, another 3-off. We are running 3 EN Shuffle. So this is very good on tagging out your elemental hero or Neospatian monster on your field back to the deck to special summon another Neospatian or elemental hero from your deck to your field. It has a graveyard effect. You can banish it and return one Neos or Neospatian monster from your or elemental hero from your graveyard to your deck and then draw 1 card. So we're running 3 EN Shuffle. Also, we are running only 2 Neos Fusion. So, Neos Fusion is technically a going second card, but also it's very essential if you got short on the combo. This is another good extender for your plays, but also this is a good access to your arm Neos because this is a very good going second card. So, we are running 2 Spirit of Neos, and also we are running 1 instant contact, so you can pay 1000 life points to special summon 1 7-star fusion monster from your extra deck. But if you don't have any vanilla Neos on your field or your graveyard, it cannot attack anything. Its effects are negated during turn. So we are only running 1 instant contact. We are running 1 polymerization, so only 1, even this a fusion focus deck, because you can always get it from your graveyard by the effect of EN Engage, so no need to go for double polymerization. Also, we are running 1 Miracle Fusion for our Divine Neos play, and it's also good for going second OTK card. And for our utility cards, we are running 1 Reinforcement of the Army. Very good for adding hero, or also you can add Aqua Dolphin from this because Aqua Dolphin is a warrior type monster. And next we are running 2 Called by the Grave, so you can negate other hand traps, especially in this OCG format. Maxi is a prevalent card. And lastly, we are running 1 Crossout Designator. Not only it's good for anti-hand trap like Maxi and Ash Blossom, but also is a very good extender on this deck. So why extender? Because you can activate this to declare 1 Neospatian or Neos on your deck to banish it. So you can dump it in your banish file zone. In OCG, this is limited to 1. So I wish this is at 3, just like in TCG. So to maximize anti-hand. So to maximize its potential for anti-hand trap and also extender for this deck. So we're running 1 Crossout Designator. So that's all for our spell card. And lastly, we have 1 top card, our favorite contact. So these are access to our fusion play like Cosmo Neos and Shining Neos Penguin Man. So that's all for our main deck. So now let's go for our extra deck. So we are running our boss monster, elemental hero Cosmo Neos. So it has an effect when it's fusion summon, your opponent cannot respond to the activation of this card's effect. So it's like a spell speed 4 monster. So just like Calamity, you're preventing your opponent on activating cards on the field. So most likely they will skip their turn when you summon this card. So this is a very powerful turn skipper card for your opponent. So we are running 1 Cosmo Neos in our deck. So next we are running 1 Divine Neos. This is a very good tech on this deck. Later on our combo tutorial, you will see the power of Divine Neos in this deck. So we are running 1 Divine Neos. Next we are running 1 Arm Neos. So this is a very powerful fusion monster in this deck. It has an effect when it's special summon. You can target a Armed Dragon monster on your graveyard. You can and then destroy all monster that are level that equal or lower to that targeted monster. So technically, you can destroy monster lower or equal than level 10. So your purpose is to destroy monster, but sometimes I'm not activating its effect because it has an effect that if you can destroy a monster by battle by this card during the main phase, the following turn you can tribute it and special summon one hero fusion monster from your extra deck ignoring summoning condition. So this is your instant access to Cosmo Neos if you're going second. So if you go second, you attack your opponent's monster, you destroy it, and then the following turn you can tribute it to spell summon Cosmo Neos. So technically this is another shortcut for your Cosmo Neo play. So we are running one Arm Neos. Next, we are running one Nebula Neos for draw power. So another alternative target for instant contact. So that's all for our first lineup of Fusion Monster. Next, we are running one Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. So for this deck, this is a OTK card going second and for finishing your opponent by banishing a lot of materials and go for game. So next we are running two Shining Neos Wingman. So this card comes very handy going second because it can OTK your opponent instantly, and it's an alternative option for Cosmo Neos if ever that your opponent don't activate cards on the field. So especially those back row decks, so they tend to just set and pass. When they finish their turn, you can activate instant contact to spell summon this card, so then pop up their back rows. So we're running two Shining Neos Wingman because we have many ways to spell summon multiple copies of this. Next, we are running our main support, our elemental hero, Flaming Man Infernal Rage, to add our favorite contact to our deck from our deck to our hand. Next, one Elemental Hero Sunrise to add our Miracle Fusion, one Brave Neos to. So this is a very good target for Neos Fusion also. So you can send one Neos Vanilla and one Shadow Mist to add a hero deck from your hand. So when this monster, also if this card declares battle, you can add a spell card that mentions elemental hero in this card deck. So this card also comes handy in other situations. So we are running one Brave Neos. Next, we are running the Old But Gold Absolute Zero. So this is also a situational card, but when this card is on the field, your opponent tends to think twice before breaking your board because it has an effect when it removes on the field, it can destroy all of the monster of your opponent controls. So Absolute Zero is a very good clutch card on this deck. For our fusion tools, we have Grand Neos. So it has a bounce effect or serve it as a board breaker for your opponent. So sometimes I use this, especially from instant contact, to bait the boss monster of the opponent. So I can proceed to my OTK plays afterwards. Next, we are running one Elemental Hero Aqua Neos. So self-explanatory, or majority of the Dolphin and Aqua Neos fusion cards are focused on discarding your opponent's hand. And lastly, we have Neos Patient Marine Dolphin. It has the same effect on Aqua Dolphin, so you can discard one card and look at your opponent hand. So this is very good on discarding your opponent's hand trap, such as Ash or Valor or any other problematic hand traps that your opponent has on their hand. These always come handy on our combo, so later you will see it. So that's our Neos Fusion monsters. And lastly, we are running one Link monster, which is our Infernal Divisor. So this card is very useful to adding up to 2 materials from our deck. So it's an instant +2 on our deck for recipe that can help you to continue your combo. So that's all for our extra deck. So for our side deck, we are running 2 Nibiru, the Primal Being. So very standard. Still, the combo decks are very prevalent in our OCG format right now. So running Nibiru is still very good on this format. Also, we are running two draw and lock board. So only two. So this is still a turn skipper card. Although draw and lock board lose popularity nowadays, but still many rogue decks can suffer from the effect of draw and lock board. So we are now only running two draw and lock board. So next, we are running triple tactic thrust for going second card. So we can add any normal spell or trap card from our deck when your opponent activates a monster effect. For thrust targets, we have HFD. So Harpy's Feather Duster for back row decks. We have Neos Fusion, our third copy of Neos Fusion. As I said, Neos Fusion is a very good going second card. And it has a combo with Dark Ruler No More. So we are running two Dark Ruler No More. So when you're going second, when your opponent activate a hand trap or any monster effect, you can activate Trust. And if either you have these two, you can activate Dark Ruler No More and Neos Fusion to spell summon Arm Neos to attack their opponent and then activate this effect. The following turn, you can go for Cosmo Neos. So for our trap cards, we are running two evenly matched. So only two because we already have triple tactic tasking. So still, this is a very good blowout cards on many decks on this format. And lastly, we are running one Red Reboot. So Red Reboot is still good for this format because back row decks is still prevalent and also it's a good counter also to Centurion since they are treated as continuous trap cards. So that's all for our side deck. So to start our combo tutorial for our Cosmo Neos deck, so we will have our two card combo using our EN Engage Neos and one Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. So you have many ways to get to this card because we have Hero Lives, we have Equal, and we have Rota. Remember in our list, we are maximizing 3 of this, 3 of this, 3 of this. So more likely you will open this card on your hand. So if ever you have these two cards, we will go for the combo by activating E-Engage Neos. So remember this is a cost, so your opponent cannot interrupt while you're sending the Shadow Mist from your hand and one Neos Patient monster from your deck. So after resolving, so you can special summon one Elemental Hero 5-star or higher from your deck to your field. So we'll special summon one Spirit of Neos from our deck. Part of the resolution of E-Engage is you can add one polymerization from your deck to your hand. So we will build a new chain. So chain link 1, Spirit of Neos. Chain link 2, Shadow Mist. So we will solve Shadow Mist by adding one Hero Monster from our deck. And then adding one spell or trap card that mentions Elemental Hero, which is Instant Contact. So after that, new window, we can summon our Stratos to add one Elemental Hero from our deck, which is our E-Hero Prisma. So before you activate our Instant Contact, you must activate first our Spirit of Neos effect to tag out and put back to the deck and special summon our OG Vanilla Neos so we can activate our Instant Contact. So always remember that because our monster that's special summon from this card without Vanilla Neos on the field or graveyard will be negated. Activating Instant Contact by paying 1000 life. So special summon our Marine Dolphin. So we will activate Marine Dolphin effect to discard Prisma, to discard one card on your opponent's hand. And also you can look at this hand so you can prepare for anything that they can do on their turn, next turn. So on their turn. So after that, we can go for polymerization. So we can poly this out. Special summon our Flaming Man Internal Rage, adding our Instant Contact. So after that, you can tribute our Infernal Rage to special summon our Sunrise. Then Sunrise effect, I will add our Miracle Fusion. After that, we can activate our Miracle Fusion by banishing materials to our graveyard. So we can banish Infernal Rage, Stratos, one Neos, and minimum one Neos Patient and Shadow Mist. So you need 5 materials. So we'll banish these 5 monsters and then spell summon our Divine Neos. So don't forget, do not banish Prisma because our Divine Neos will copy the Prisma's effect. So activate Divine Neos effect to banish Prisma, to send one monster from our deck to copy its name. So name and effect. So we will copy Ground Mole. So after that, you can set the favorite contact and then pass your turn. So during your opponent's turn, during their draw phase, you can activate your instant contact. So you can return the materials, which is we have Marine Dolphin. This is considered as Neospatian. One Neospatian ground mode. Your Dark Panther and Neos from your banish pile. You can return it on the bottom of your deck. And then special summon your Cosmo Neos. So with that, you can prevent him from activating anything. So most likely they will pass their turn. With this, you're already good for game and you can OTK them from there. So remember, also remember that Divine Neos has a additional 500 attack. So this attack is 3,000 and additional attack for Sunrise. So that's all for our combo number 1. So for our combo number 2, we will have test hand for this deck. So first, we will go shuffle this properly. So as you know, I'm using this deck for quite some times already. I've won several locals and one official tournament here in Cebu. So it's very fun to play and very competitive. So after we shuffle, we will draw 5 cards and look what we can do with this test hand. So let's draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, this is a good hand already. Although we have a redundant EN engage, but I think this good to go. So we can go for our 2-card combo. So we have EN engage and Blazeman to start our combo. And if in case they have hand taps like Maxi or Ash, we have Called by the Grave for insurance. So first, we will go for Blazeman first for bait, adding our polymerization. So if they Ash it, it's okay because still we have EN engage in our hand. So after that, we can activate our EN shuffle to put back our Blazeman to our deck to special summon Elemental Hero Stratos. After that, we can add 1 hero, activating its effect to add our Shadow Mist. From there, we can activate our EN engage, sending us cost Shadow Mist and 1 Neospatian, which is our Dark Panther. And after that, on resolution, we will special summon our Spirit of Neos. Okay. Also, we cannot add any more our poly because it was already on our hand. But on another chain, we can activate Spirit of Neos and Shadow Mist. So we can add Prisma and our instant contact. So after that, we can go for tagging out Spirit of Neos to special summon our OG Vanilla Neos. And then after that, we can activate our instant contact to special summon our Marine Neos, this one. So we can activate Marine Neos effect to discard Prisma. Okay, and then we can go for Poly for Neos and Stratos for our Infernal Rage. So you already know this combo. We can add our instant contact, tributing Infernal Rage to summon Sunrise, add our Miracle Fusion, and then activating Miracle Fusion, banishing this, Shadow Mist, and just like in combo number 1, right? So banish this 5, and then special summon our Divine Neos. So activating Divine Neos effect, banishing Prisma to copy its effect, to dump any Neospatian, which is ground mode. So remember that it should be different Neospatian. Then after that, you can set this and set this Called by the Grave and pass turn. So during your opponent's turn, you can activate now your instant contact to put back on the deck your Dark Panther, Aqua Dolphin, and Ground Mole and Neos from your to your deck. So after that, you can put back to your deck and then special summon our Neos Calamity. So just like in our combo number 1, so as you can see, it's very consistent to build this board and lock your opponent on doing anything on this turn. So yeah, that's our first test hand combo. Next, again, we will shuffle this again. We will give it a very nice shuffle. So what is good about this deck is it's very consistent, so you don't need to put so many hand traps on this deck, but focusing on establishing your Cosmo Neos. So for our last test hand, okay, we will draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so actually this is also already a Cosmo Neos setup. So we activate first our emergency call, Stratos. So you can summon Stratos and then activate its effect to add our shadow combo. I will go a different line of play. So I will try to extend and go for additional draw power for this combo. So you can see. So because we already have our instant contact and Neos Fusion, so we can go extending. So we activate our E and Shuffle, discarding our Shadow Mist, and sending our Dark Panther. So upon resolution, we can special summon our Spirit of Neos and adding our Polymerization. So you can see we can gain a lot of additional cards with this combo. So on separate chain, we can activate Chain Link 1, Spirit of Neos, and then Chain Link 2, Shadow Mist. So for this combo, we don't need the Prisma anymore. So we can add our Liquid Soldier instead. And then for Spirit of Neos, we can add our E and Shuffle. So right after, we can activate effect of Brave Neos to spell summon our OG Neos. So I will show you how to discard at least 2 cards on your opponent's hand. Okay, so we activate our instant contact, paying 1,000 to special summon our Marine Neos. So activating its effect, so we can discard this our Neos on our hand. So to discard 1 card, so your opponent has -1 already. So you already rip 1 card on your opponent's hand, and then after that we can go for Polymerization. So we can put back, we can send Neos and Liquid Soldier to special summon our Infernal Rage, activating its effect, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. So first, before we get our favorite contact, we will draw 1, draw 2. Alright, so we can discard Neos, our Ground Mole. So actually we can, then we add our instant contact. So actually we can draw more from this. So I can show you. We can use Rota to add Aqua Dolphin, but we already have Marine Dolphin on the field. But if you choose to spend more, we can. So we can activate E and Engage to put back this on the deck. So special summon Aqua Dolphin. Then after that, we can activate our Rota to add our Crosskeeper. So I can see we can discard another card to your opponent's hand. So it's situational. If you already saw that you can discard a monster on your opponent's hand, you can discard Crosskeeper to discard another monster on your opponent's hand. And then after that, you can tribute Eternal Rage to special summon our Sunrise. So when special summoning, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, you can banish Crosskeeper to draw 2 and put 1 on the bottom. So another draw power for us. So draw 1, draw 2. Oh, we got 2 maxi. So we could put another in the bottom and add 1 Miracle Fusion. So that's what is good about draw power. So you can draw sometimes hand traps. Always check you already have 3 present Neos patient on the graveyard and 1 Neos. Actually, you have 2 Neos, so you can extend more by banishing E and Shuffle if you want to put back Neos on the deck and draw a card, draw 1 card more. So as you can see, you already rip off 2 cards on your opponent. You gain a lot of advantage on hand cards. See that? So you have protection again, and you can set the favorite contact on the field. During your opponent's turn, when he draws a card, you can activate this and put back your new Spacian monsters and Neos on the bottom of your deck. So shuffle it and then special summon your Cosmo Neos. So you already lock your opponent. During your turn, you have Neos Fusion, so to OTK your opponent. So as you can see, it's a very consistent deck. So I hope you learn from this combo tutorial, and maybe you can do this also to add another variation of your hero archetype deck. So that's all for this video. So don't forget to like and share this video. Also consider to subscribe to our channel, and see you again in the next one. Peace.